Gangadhar Reddy. I am a former IITian. I have been teaching chemistry for medical and engineering entrances for last 20 years. Today we will discuss an important topic from atomic structure, that is quantum numbers. What is the significance of quantum numbers? See, if you want to locate a person in a city like Chennai, for example, how can we locate the person? So we'll write the main city's name, street name and apartment name, flat number, etc. So in order to locate a person, we need all these data. Similarly, in order to locate an electron inside an atom, we need what is the shell in which electron is revolving, what is subshell in which electron is present, what is the orbital in which electron is present, and what is the spin of electron. I am repeating again. What is the shell in which electron is revolving around the nucleus? That is first information required. What is the subshell in which electron is present? What is the orbital in which electron is present? And what is the spin of electron? Now, accordingly, we are having 4 quantum numbers. First one is principal quantum number. Principal quantum number describes the main shell in which electron is revolving. When I say n equal to 1, that means electron is revolving in the first orbit. N equal to 2, electron is revolving in the second orbit, and so on. So n will never be 0, never be negative, never be a fraction, because it represents the main shell. Now, based on the value of n only, we can calculate the radius of orbit, the energy of electron revolving in the orbit, and the velocity of electron also. By using these formulae, we can calculate various parameters like radius, velocity, and energy of electron. Now coming to the second quantum number, that is azimuthal quantum number. This is also known as subsidiary quantum number. It indicates about the subshell in which electron is present. What are these subshells? S subshell, P subshell, D subshell, F subshell. They denote sharp, principal, diffuse and fundamental. These terms are borrowed from spectroscopic studies actually. Now, what are the allowed values for azimuthal quantum number L? L starts from 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. So, suppose if n equal to 1, allowed values of L is up to n minus 1. So, then L will become 0. It indicates S subshell. If L equal to 1, it is P subshell, L equal to 2, D subshell, and so on. So, based on this azimuthal quantum number only, we can calculate orbital angular momentum of electron. See, this orbital angular momentum of electron is given by formula square root of L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. So, the orbital angular momentum is also calculated by using azimuthal quantum number. It indicates the subshell in which electron is present. Now come to the third important quantum number, that is magnetic quantum number, which indicates about the orientation of an atomic orbital. When I say orientation, it is the direction in which an atomic orbital is present. Px orbital along x direction, Py orbital, the lobes are along y direction, and so on. What are the allowed values for m? M allowed values are minus L to plus L. In total, it will be 2L plus 1 values. Say for example, if L equal to 1, M values will be minus 1 to plus 1 including 0. L is equal to 1 means P subshell. P subshell means how many boxes? 3 orbital, Px, Py and Pz. Similarly, if L is equal to 2, it indicates D subshell. D subshell means correspondingly magnetic quantum number will have values from minus 2 to plus 2 including 0. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. Accordingly, we are having 5 d orbitals. So I can precisely say magnetic quantum number precisely indicates the orbital, whether it is Px or Py or Pz. That is the orientation of atomic orbital. How many total allowed values for M? The values are 2L plus 1. Say for example, L equal to 1. Then 2L plus 1 will be equal to 3. What are those 3? Px, Py and Pz. Like that we can calculate the various magnetic quantum numbers. Now we will proceed to the last quantum number, very important, that is spin of an electron. See, electron is not only revolving around the nucleus, it is rotating on its own axis. If it is rotating in the clockwise direction, we say the spin is plus half. If it is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, we say spin is minus half. See, within one orbital, 2 electrons can be accommodated, one with plus half spin, other with minus half spin. So, it indicates about the spin of electron. Based on this, the spin angular momentum can be calculated square root of s into s plus 1 outside the root h by 2 pi. So, these are the 4 important quantum numbers. So, let me repeat. The position of an electron in an atom can be described by using 4 important quantum numbers. Principal quantum number indicates about the main shell in which electron is revolving. Azimuthal quantum number describes about the subshell. When I say subshell, it may be S subshell, P subshell, D subshell, F subshell. So it gives the information about orbital also, obviously. When I go to the magnetic quantum number, it indicates about the orientation of an atomic orbital, X direction, Y direction, Z direction and so on. And spin quantum numbers gives the information whether electron is rotating in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction. See, this is the concept. What is important? See, what type of questions are expected from this concept in NEET or IIT mains examination? We will solve some previous type questions such that you will get the confidence. See, it's not just important if you develop the concept. You should know how to apply when there is a question is asked from that matter. That we will see now. If we see some of the previous entrance examination questions, suppose a question is asked like this: which of the following is an impossible set of quantum numbers? QN stands for quantum numbers. First option, second option, third option and fourth option. See here, principal quantum number here, principal quantum number first one, then magnetic quantum number, then azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number and spin quantum number. In the first option, n is given as 3, L is 2, m is minus 2, spin is plus 1 by 2. First option, the values are given like that. In the second option, principal quantum number is 3, azimuthal quantum number is 3, magnetic quantum number 0, here it is minus 1 by 2. And coming to the third option, principal quantum number is 2, azimuthal quantum number 1, this is minus 1, this is plus 1 by 2. And finally, principal quantum number is 4, azimuthal quantum number is 3, magnetic quantum number minus 2 and suppose it is given as plus. Among these options, which is an impossible set of quantum numbers? That is the question. So let us check the first one. When principal quantum number is 3, what are the allowed values for azimuthal quantum number? 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. So it may be 0, it may be 1 or up to n minus 1. 3 minus 1, 2, it is allowed. Then come to magnetic quantum number, minus L to plus L. When it is 2, L is 2, M may have minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. So here minus 2 is allowed. Spin may be either plus half or minus half. So the first option exists. Second one. So they said these first set of quantum numbers exist. But this question is an impossible set of quantum numbers which does not exist. That is the question. Come to the second option. N equal to 3, L is equal to 3. This is not possible because L must be maximum allowed value for N is N minus 1 only. So he is saying both are equal. This is not possible. So this is the right option. And coming to this one, N is equal to 2, L equal to 1. When n equal to 2, L may have value 0 or 1. So here he is giving 1. This is minus L to plus L is magnetic quantum number. This is okay. This is also okay. Spin. And coming to the last option, so this is also possible because when n equal to 4, L may have values 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 he has given, that is okay. So n equal to 3, what are allowed values for magnetic quantum number? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. So he is given minus 2, that's also okay. Spin is okay. So if you see the second option, that is the right answer for this question because that is an impossible set of quantum numbers. Like this we can expect a question. And we will see one more question. Last year NEET entrance examination, they have given some subshells like 4s, 3d, 4p, 5p, say for example 5s. Arrange in the increasing order of energy, that is the question. Some various subshells are given. The question is arrange in the increasing order of energy. See, energy of a subshell is given by formula n plus L. N is principal quantum number, L is azimuthal quantum number. Now we will calculate for each case. When I say 4s, it is 4 plus 0 because all of you must be aware L value is 0 for S subshell, 1 for P subshell and 2 for D subshell and so on. So here 4 plus 0, here it is 3 plus 2, here it is 4 plus 1, here it is 5 plus 1, it is 5 plus 0. So like that we can calculate. 4 plus 0 is 4 here, this is 5, this is also 5, this is 6, this is 5. Now you can see these three are having same value of n plus L. Then which will have the least energy? Value of n must be low, that will have the lower energy. So when value of n plus L is same, then you have to choose the subshell with the lower n value, lower principal quantum number, that will have the lower energy. Now here anyway n plus L is less for this one, so 4s first we will write down. See the 3D, 4p and 5s, n value is low for 3D, then comes to 4p, then comes to 5s. Finally value is 6 here, it will have highest energy, 5p. So this is increasing order of energy, it is increasing order of energy. This model also we can expect a question. Now we will see one more question. Suppose a question is asked like this. Write all the 4 quantum numbers. Write all the 4, Qn stands for quantum numbers, for chromium. Chromium atom. Chromium atom. See, when a question is asked like that, it refers to the valence electron. Chromium, what is atomic number? Chromium atomic number is 24. How do we write the configuration? Argon means 18 or over. Now we will write 4s2 3d4 or 4s1 3d5. Which is correct? According to Hund's rule, the second one is correct. 4s1 3d5 because half filled subshells are more stable. Now valence refers to this one. Why? Because chromium, this is nucleus, first shell 1s2, second shell 2s2 2p6, third shell 3s2 3p6 and here it is 3d5 and finally the valence shell 4s1. So you are asked to write the quantum numbers for 4s1. That is how we have to understand the question properly. Now we will write the set of quantum numbers. What is principal quantum number? N equal to 4. Subshell is S, so obviously L equal to 0. That is azimuthal quantum number. What is magnetic quantum number? Minus L to plus L. When it is 0, it obviously becomes 0. Spin will be equal to only 1 electron, up spin plus 1 by 2. Like that we can project the quantum numbers. And now we will see one more question. Suppose how many electrons will exist with n is equal to 3 and L equal to 1. A question is asked like that. In any atom, how many electrons may exist with n equal to 3 and L equal to 1? This refers to 3p subshell. 3 is principal quantum number, L means 1p. P subshell means 3 boxes, 3 orbitals, px, py and pz. Each box can accommodate 2 electrons, right? So in total, how many electrons will exist? 6 electrons maximum can exist with this set of values. If they extend the question further with m equal to 0, n equal to 3, L equal to 1, m equal to 0. See, when L equal to 1, the corresponding orbitals minus 1, 0, plus 1. With 0, how many electrons here? 2. So now the answer will become 2. So like this, we have to apply the concept. Thank you very much.